Where my heart is, rests my very soul, and the colors bleed from blue to gold. When the choice is mine and mine alone, I won't give in, even if you break my bones. I won't give in till your sins have been atoned. I will keep my secrets I hold, in the hopes to protect the ones I love. But I wonder where in darkness lies the truth of the one who took the lives you can't excuse. I don't fear you, I won't let you take my home. I will climb through to wherever you may roam. I won't give in, you can even break my bones. What is within is the strength you never know.
Yo and hello, good evening everyone, and welcome back to Minions of the Zoo. This is Nightstream 1561, and I am your keeper, Lewis Bowles. Joining me tonight, as always, is the wonderful and Aussie Terry Diamantis. Say hi.
Hello.
And of course, to bring the bit of bad luck to the table, we've got our black cat, Johnny Hellcat.
That's a. Okay, I can't deny it.
Atta girl. Chat, I hope you are having a wonderful Sunday. If not, we'll change that now because it ain't going to get much better just because we're here. We will do our damnedest, but, you know, things are what they are.
I'm going to take V's approach. I hope you've had a terrible day so that we can be the ones to make it better.
Speaking of making it better, I did promise fan service, and fan service you have. So, ladies, get on out here, shall ya? Chad, I hope you enjoy. I have cleaned up the TARDIS a bit and made it a lot more inviting. I think a little bit too inviting. I've almost got myself a harem going on. But, you know, it's hard to turn these ladies away, especially when they look so cute. I hope you enjoy the scenery.
It's funny that Corsten was actually saying, I wonder if we'll get any fan service tonight. Well, look at the screen.
Ask and ye shall receive, sir.
Yeah.
And even if you're not a fan of any of these ladies, you shall get some service just by looking at them. If not, well then lower your standards. That's what we're here for. Johnny, Terry. Oh, go ahead.
Even without the ones that you've added in, the one in the background is just always there anyway, and that counts as fan service, if you ask me.
Oh, indeed, indeed. But that's always just for me personally, of course. I mean, you guys.
No, I can appreciate it, regardless of the intent.
I was just gonna say, you guys enjoying it as a bonus. Don't get me wrong, but that one's personally for me. Thank you very much. Love me some Danielle Harris.
She's in your case.
I mean, she's just in case. And of course, I've got Shendu trapped in a nice little time loop up there, where he can do no harm. And for those of you who don't know, which is probably most people, because I barely ever talk about it, he's part of the background lore of my character Delahazed, which I have been working on in the background, and coming pretty far, actually. I'm quite pleased with it, so hopefully one day maybe I'll be able to tell you guys the story of how I came to be the mediocre, unmotivated YouTuber you see before you.
I maintain the most important part is in the bottom left corner, no cookies for commies.
Amen. I mean, you gotta have your standards, folks. And even these girls, they don't get to share me. They all gotta take their turns, alright? I am that against communism, alright? I have a calendar and everything. I get one night off a week. It's exhausting, I tell you.
I'm only just one man.
Well,
one time lord.
Well, I'm my second man at this point, to be fair. First regeneration and all that. And yes, at least I'm not Justin Trudeau, but that is the lowest bar. That's even too low for the bars I set. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Someone was mentioning on Twitter that the World Economic Forum had penetrated world governments, and I said, take a look at Justin Trudeau. Can you tell me you didn't know he was being penetrated?
I mean, right?
It kind of goes without saying.
I've always said when anytime I'm in a conversation with someone and the two words fuck and Trudeau drop in that order, I'm always the first to pipe up with sorry, but not with Sophie's dick. Unless Prosper's there, I'm pretty sure she'd beat me to the punch on any day.
And I do find it amazing that he's done blackface more times than he can count.
Another low bar.
He doesn't know the number of times.
I mean, he's really trying to perpetuate the stereotype, isn't he?
It happens so much he went out to get cigarettes.
Oh. Not with how high he's raised the taxes, he hasn't.
Dusty Trudeau, which is a callback to The Corner and an article that I probably can't quote on the Minions channel. So,
I mean, I'd like to say you could, but I also try to play it safer. So yeah, let's not risk it.
Yes, exactly. I mean, like I said before, Johnny's channel, Frosted's channel, Jack's channel,
my channel, exactly. Yeah.
Minions is too many people need the channel to be up for me to be saying things that might put it in danger.
Yeah, exactly. If it was just like a channel where it was run by one person, you knew the person, that you knew they were okay with it, that's a different story.
Absolutely.
So, Johnny, Terry, how are you guys doing? Anything new and exciting or interesting going on in your worlds? And if not, please make something up.
Well, I was mentioning it before the stream, but I found a website called Board Game Arcade, where you can play free board games against total strangers. I think there is a way to like play against your friends, but the rule is there has to be one person with a paid account in every game. So like, I couldn't play against Johnny and Della because we'd all be using free accounts. But I could like say I want to play this game and then wait for someone with a paid account to just yeah, I'll play that. Um, so yeah, I've been having fun with that. We've got tons of games on there. Really good.
There's a
Nice.
Street Fighter 2 board game.
Is there? Cool.
Nice.
I know there's a Street Fighter card game. I didn't know there was a board game.
Yeah, it's I went to look at the website, arcadetown.us, and there's a Street Fighter 2 board game.
Sweet. I've seen a couple of card games based on Street Fighter, but yeah, I didn't know there was a full on board game.
There's a Tetris board game, which seems kind of
Wait,
What?
what?
productive. There's a Tetris.
That is hilarious.
That seems odd.
That seems cap.
Redundant. The video game version does everything a board game version would do, but better.
Here's a Donkey Kong board game.
Okay.
I can kind of see that.
Right.
There was a game that I always wanted to play, but I never found anyone willing to play against me, which was Universal Fighting System, where the the, the actual game itself was just like a sort of collectible card game, but they were like cards of like various fighting game characters. So you could do like M. Bison versus Shao Kahn if you wanted to, like if those were the characters that the people chose. And it's just like a really cool concept. But yeah, the game was way too complicated for me to like teach people. So like, never actually found someone willing to spend like a couple of hours trying to figure out how the hell the game plays. But it was a cool concept.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Casino board games. Do you really need a casino board game?
Yes
That
and no.
seems like it's a deck of cards and a roulette wheel.
Yeah, that's
And
exactly
you're
what it
basically
is.
done.
That's exactly what it is. You know how I know? Because I have one. My grandparents, well, they left me no choice but to take it, basically.
But like, if you think about blackjack, poker, oh, you'd need some dice for craps.
Yeah, it's got
and
those
you'd need,
too.
like a board, a craps like thing for them to place their bets on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but really, dice, cards, roulette
even-
wheel, and you're basically covered.
It's even got the hook for the dice.
The hook. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's yeah. So, I mean, that's really all you need to play any casino game. Did it come with casino chips?
Yep.
There you go.
Cheap ass, lightweight plastic ones, of course, but you know, it's actually like a mini version of all the stuff. So like the dice are really tiny, and the hook and all that, they're all small. Like it's almost
Like
like
a
a
travel version.
yeah, it's almost like a travel or a child's version kind of thing.
Cool.
Almost like a
It
child's version. YouTube. I'm not suggesting they made a child's version of a casino. Get off my dick. Get off my fucking dick. All right.
Well, I mean, as long as you're not gambling for actual money, there's nothing wrong with kids playing casino games. I mean, I used to play blackjack against my dad all the time when I was a kid. It's just the only things at stake were matchsticks. It wasn't like we were like betting money. It's not like I was betting my my pocket money against him. It's just let's break out a box of matches and play blackjack, see who wins.
Yeah, I mean, you know that, I know that, chat knows that, and Johnny knows that. But YouTube and everyone else are all
Yeah.
sensitive these days, so I gotta play it safe.
That's true.
Oh, I think I've seen the Street Fighter 2 board game.
Oh.
Because the
Oh,
art is, ooh.
Well, I found the Capcom Street Fighter deck building game, which deck building games are my favorite types of games. So I would get this, but
It looks like Ken's cowering like a bitch. I'll put it in the. I'll share it real quick, so you guys can see it. I don't know if chat would be able to see it.
Oh, let me see here.
Oh wow, that is bad.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
this should be able to see that to some extent.
It might be a bit small if it's only on the TV on the page.
Here, let me
I will
do that
put
for
it in
chat.
the chat.
Yeah.
But that is an extremely bad drawing of Blanca, especially. That face is just awful.
Yeah, that's awful.
Board Game Geek is a great site. I mean, this is another. I would buy this game just because it seems so terrible. It would be like accidentally awesome.
Yeah, I should be getting. That reminds me, I should be getting my Batman board game sometime at the end of the month, beginning of next month here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I think I saw Quiz post the Kickstarter for that. I think it was Quiz.
Yes.
And it looks awesome. It's just it was out of my price range. It was like I'm not sufficiently like willing to pay that much money, especially for delivery to Australia.
Right.
It was like no, awesome game, but I'm not gonna to jump in.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It's you should do a live stream of you playing it. That'd be interesting.
Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, once I get it in, I'm actually thinking I might wait to set it aside a bit till I get things organized and all set up here, and then I might actually do an unboxing of it and try to play it, whether it'll be a live stream or a video. I don't know yet, but
Cool.
whatever works, we'll figure out and get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that'd be cool to share with people too, what it looks like and stuff like that. And I'm eager to see all the details and all the pieces and stuff like that too, because like while it was being made, there was stuff being added to it, like extra minis and like all the dice are shaped like batarangs and stuff like that. So that's gonna be fun to see.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have no idea what my Board Game Geek password is, so I can't. I can't log in just now. I'd have to actually go open up my saved passwords on my other computer.
Oh, Cannibalistic discovered the secret of how I really got these women here. Damn it! I've been found out. Damn it! Well, it's too late. They're stuck here now, so that's all that matters. Oh wait, he said chlorophyll, not chloroform. My bad. Oops.
But apparently, the Street Fighter board game that Johnny posted in chat, $30 if you want to buy it secondhand.
Oh, nice. I mean, damn, but nice.
Assuming the guy still has it, the listing is 2 years old.
Right.
But assuming that he still has that, he's selling for $30. It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
I mean, I imagine you'd have to pay the shipping and postages and such, but
Oh,
even
obviously.
so.
And if not, that's great.
If you're not having it sent to Australia, the shipping and handling is probably not too bad.
And I wouldn't. Well, with Canada, I'm not so worried about the shipping and handling. I'm worried about the delivery delay
Well, yeah, I mean,
because there seems to be a
I mean,
lot of that going on.
that's the current situation. I'm just sort of saying,
Oh yeah.
in more normal times, it would not be that expensive to have it sent to you.
I ordered my new eye patch in December. It was supposed to arrive 3 days ago. I'm not happy.
No.
The site has already sent me the review request. It's like, motherfucker, at least wait till I get it.
Yeah. No, that happens to me a lot where they want me to review stuff that hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah, like I know it's automatically scheduled to
Yeah.
occur the day after the scheduled last day of expected arrival. But, you know, it's still that moment of when I see that email come up, like, hey, now's a good time to
pisses you
review
off.
the product you just received. I didn't
Yeah.
receive it, asshole.
Yeah. All it does is piss you off because it reminds you that it hasn't come yet.
I'm already trying to hide the fact that it annoys me. Don't remind me.
It's a shame that that Street Fighter game is so obscure. There's like no reviews at all on Board Game Geek, so I can't find out anything about it except like the advertiser's blurb at the top.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. There's also 3 people willing to trade for the game. So obviously, they haven't specified what they want in exchange. So if you've got board games that you are willing to exchange for Street Fighter, head over to Board Game Geek and there's 3 listings for trade.
Nice. Very nice. Johnny, how you been, bud? You've been pretty quiet tonight. We've probably not given you much chance to talk. How you been?
Oh no, it's been fine. Things have been okay. I've actually been had an ambition to clean today, which
Ew.
you know it's bad when I don't know. I don't like putting much effort into my weekend, but
Aren't you
if
married?
I decide, yes,
And you still have to clean.
well, I don't have to. But when it's
Well, I mean,
bad when
clearly there
I
was
get-
stuff that needed to be cleaned. You get what I'm saying now, don't you?
Oh no, I get it. But, yeah, it's usually bad when I feel like something has to be cleaned, and then it's like, well, I was,
There is nothing that I can get so dirty that it can't wait 2 weeks for the cleaner to show up and clean it for me.
Costin, if being surrounded by pretty ladies is evil, I don't want to be good.
That's a fair point.
I hope you're doing well, my friend. And it's always a pleasure to be harassed by you, my buddy. Uzi, welcome to the chat. Also see Addy, Keeve, and Assassin. Always a pleasure.
let's see, I practiced some guitar today to build up my calluses.
Nice.
I found out that "Boys of Summer" is actually a pretty easy song to play.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I've only really been playing. I've been playing my guitar for, I'd say, about 3 or 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, probably more like closer to 3.
Play Freebird.
I'm surprised
I mean,
you didn't say play Twisted Sister.
Not religiously playing, but you know, when I have the time to actually play. So and what I taught myself, I basically taught myself.
Cool.
And so when I got together with my wife, her son had like guitar lessons. Like, he's really good, and we were talking about playing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of crude because it's basically I taught myself, and he's like, oh, okay, well, and like I started playing like some Social Distortion, which is pretty much I think Ball and Chain, which is just 3 chords. I figured by then, if I couldn't get into that, pretty much taught me the mechanics of playing the guitar and switching chords and all that. And I figured if I can play that and get in, just that'll get me into the basics. And if I feel like I'm wasting my time, then I'll just fuck it, whatever. It's not like I put a heavy investment into a $50 guitar.
Yeah.
And
yeah. I'll tell you what you do. If you ever want to get kicked out of Poland, all you do is you learn this on classical gas, and then you play it at Auschwitz.
Yes. Oh, that'll draw a crowd for sure, buddy.
Yes. Like if people thought that boxer dude taking a selfie at Auschwitz was like the worst thing ever, you are going to explode all over Twitter if you do this.
Oh my God.
In Poland ever
Oh, the news would have a field day.
again. Yeah.
Oh man.
but yeah, I just in playing with alongside her kid, pretty much when you go from like one of the songs I like to play, and this is for the musicians, you go from D to C to A back to C, and instead of moving my fingers into the position to the A, like I'll just kind of like bend my hand down to where it like forces the A chord. It's very crude, and he just looked at it and he goes, well, that's a way you can do that.
Yeah.
He's like, I've never seen anyone kind of just bend that down like that, but yeah, it worked.
Oh yeah.
Like, hell yeah.
I guess another song you could try would be "We Didn't Start the Fire."
You play that at Waco. Although another one, Bites the Dust, could be one you can play at.
Yeah, Cannibalistic Wizard suggested that one.
Oh, yeah, you beat me to it.
It's another good choice.
I mean, alternatively, you could go to the site of Chernobyl and start playing Toxic.
Yeah. Or Atomic by Blondie.
Yeah, or Radioactive by Imagine Dragons.
There you go.
There you go, chat. What are some good spots and songs to have a rock concert at? Huh? There's a good topic for the night. Throw your suggestions in chat. I'll read out the funny ones.
Yeah.
I like where this is going. Oh.
No, it's no, I do have my eyes on another guitar, and I actually, since Zinix mentioned it, I did buy a bass, just to kind of play along with that, because I thought that would be something interesting to kind of play along with, because in looking up Chevelle chords, there's a song called An Evening with El Diablo, and it is literally 2 chords. It's the top chord, which I don't remember what the note's supposed to be for a standard. Cynic might be able to tell you. The chord on the top, that's the note that's supposed to be. It's literally like you play. It's no hand. You play the top chord, and then I think it's like 4 or 5 strums, and then you just hit the first fret, and then right back to nothing. Like it's, and there's nothing shift there. It's just like da 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 da, and then yeah, that's the entire song.
Doesn't sound like a great song.
No, it's a really good song, but the bass is just like, really, that's it? Like that's all you got to do with this thing?
This is
All my guitar playing has been done in hero format, so unless there's like frets scrolling down the screen for me to match, I can't play guitar.
this is the first guitar I ever owned. When I
Yes.
You took the idea of an axe a bit too seriously, I see.
Well, I was in what happened was I was in the shop looking around, and I was really big into Metallica at the time, and I saw this and it just screamed out to me. And I also liked the idea that I could possibly, and I later found out that I could, see how the bottom curves into like an almost full circle there.
Yeah.
I could like put that through on my leg and have it rest there while I'm having the top half rest on my other leg. I thought that was a cool thing too. So, and yeah, it was a fun guitar. My first job, that was the first and only thing that was the first thing I bought when I got my first job. It was the only thing I ever bought on layaway. But I had that for a good 10 years or so. It's a nice guitar.
Nice. I am completely non-musical, except for video games.
Fair enough. I was never all that good. I dabbled a bit. I got a few things, but I could never get myself to focus enough, to practice enough to get farther. Especially with the fingering, that was always one of my major weaknesses. Is I could never get myself to practice or stretch to the point where I could get my pinkies to move without using the finger next to them, kind of thing.
So, ladies in chat, if you want to help Della work on his fingering, hit up his DMs.
I'm pretty sure I told you I've got a full schedule on that front. 6 nights a week, boys.
If you would like to be his son.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's buffering or not. It looks like it is on the YouTube studio page, but it doesn't on anything else. Chad, if you could let me know if we're doing all right or not real quick, I would appreciate it.
I haven't seen any buffering.
I don't see any buffering either.
All right. Della and Costner for each dictatorship Canada. Exactly. But you know what? Tonight is not the night for that. Tonight is the night to just relax and enjoy some non. We're going to break the rules and have some fun, okay? That is what we are about. I don't care what Trudeau says. I am having fun tonight, and he can kiss my ass tomorrow.
Well, if you want to get in trouble in both Canada and YouTube, we're not gonna take.
Look, if I wanted to get in trouble with both Canada and YouTube, I've got a picture in a couple of Discords I dropped last night that would do just that.
Yeah, Frosted's got a couple that I could contribute.
Oh, I'll show you guys afterwards, just in case you haven't seen it. But yeah, it's a nice one. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it was used in a Bill Maher thumbnail.
Oh, okay.
But
nice.
I saw it on Twitter, and I'm like, I have to get that. That is hilarious.
But,
all right, and thank you, Costin, for letting me know.
Yeah, I was going to say, it seems like we're fine on the buffering, because the chat seems to be saying it's good.
All right.
Yeah, I really only started playing the guitar. Actually, it was pretty funny because I was sitting there and I just gotten out of a relationship. I had a gal. She
had no taste.
Acting like she was interested, and then just straight ghosted me.
Oh, I hate those bitches.
So and there was a lot of Springer drama with it. Anyway, so I'm kind of glad I dodged the bullet.
There weren't no kids involved, were there?
There may have been, but not mine.
Okay. Oh gosh.
So
oh gosh.
So yeah, it was kind of like, you know, it had me down for a bit, but in the long run, you know, it worked out, you know, for me. So I was sitting there and I'm like, okay, I can either buy a $100 half-gallon bottle of Jameson, or I can get a guitar for, I think the one I looked at, it was $60. And I'm like, okay, well, let me, you know, we'll see what I can find. I'll do some searching on YouTube, see if there's any kind of videos that kind of explain the guitar to me. And I found 2. One was mostly like, this is how you play this, and it's like playing like, you know, let's play Led Zeppelin for you. It's like, no, I don't want to fucking learn Led Zeppelin. I want to learn basics, like elementary level education stuff. And so I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm just gonna go get the Jameson. And a video popped up, and he's just like, oh, well, this is your G chord. Ding, 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 ding. I'm like, okay, you got me. So I bought the guitar, and I'm like, well, I still got money left over because it's on sale.
There you go.
I'm going to go get a $20 bottle of moonshine. So, yeah. And thus my guitar playing started.
Yeah, that was me back in the later years of high school, like, because I started playing in high school and stuff like that. We had a guitar class option in high school and stuff like that. It was just, you get these modules and you self-teach and you teach yourself, and then once you think you're ready, you go to the teacher and play the songs for him, and then if he tells you if it was good enough to pass or not, and then whatever you need to improve on, he'll let you know. And then some buddies from work at the time, they would go to their place. They all lived together, and they had turned their shed into like a makeshift studio for themselves, right? So they invited me to come chill and play with them, whatever. Even though, like, I explained to them, like, I'm not that kind of, but I'll come fucking chill and do whatever with you guys if you want, no big deal. And when I was old enough, you know, I would join them in drinking and stuff like that. That's all we do, was we'd chill, we'd jam out, whether it made sense, whether it sounded good or not, we were having a good time, and that's all it was.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I had a lot of friends who played guitars, and they were in bands and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, can you guys at least, you know, teach me how to play? And they're like, well, no, we learned by ourselves. It's like, good for you. I want someone to teach me this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I want to learn how to play the guitar. Well, you know, I don't really want to feel. Don't half-ass it. Just say you don't want to teach me.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
fucking say it. Like, I'm not gonna. It's not gonna break my heart or anything. It's just gonna make it, you know.
Yeah.
It's,
And then my friend
you
kind of
mean-
like threw me a bone, and he put his in drop D, which, if you've ever played anything in drop D,
Yep.
it'll make someone who has never touched an instrument in their life feel like they've played for years. Like,
Drop D was a common tuning for Avenged Sevenfold songs I was trying to learn.
because yeah, you could fuck up playing drop D and still make it sound good.
Yeah. I love the sound of Drop D.
And it's really funny because it's just one chord that you retune, and that's it.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing how you switch one thing, and it's just like, oh, it completely changes everything. But
Yeah.
I don't know, I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Gee, you mentioned Drunken Lullabies in chat. I only know that song because of a Tony Hawk game. It's like that same game is how I first discovered Iron Maiden. Like, I knew nothing about like music, and it's like, this song is awesome because it was like Number of the Beast, and it's like, this song is awesome. Who sings it? Like, oh, this is Iron Maiden. I've heard of it. I've heard of them. And so, yeah. And then I looked up more of their songs. Like, okay, this band is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
No, one of the at my old night job, one of the guys had a banjo. I actually had to. I'm like, okay, I gotta play this, and he had like 2 strings missing, so I went and bought new strings for it. Just some cheapo strings on there, and yeah, put that back on there. Like, I was like, wow, why'd you fix his banjo? I'm like, so he could play it. Like,
Seems like the answer.
well, I didn't want to be like, so I can play it when I'm supposed to be working.
It's if you learnt the banjo, did you also learn the kazooie? Because
You know they go hand in hand,
yeah.
No, but
they're basically inseparable.
right?
I did learn the TUES.
Ew.
Gross.
Wait, the Tui or
Yeah,
the Patui?
I actually liked Banjo Kazooie more than Banjo Tooie.
That's
I-
fair.
Yeah, the first one was better.
Uh-huh.
I've never played them, but I've heard of both, so that's really kind of where I went with that.
It's basically an improved version of Mario 64. Because like Mario 64 was like the groundbreaker, and then Rare looked at it and said, "Oh, we can do that," and then they like improved on it because they could build on what Nintendo had already done. And yeah, no, Banjo Kazooie, great game. I was disappointed that the same guys who made Banjo Kazooie made Ukulele, and the first Ukulele game is not good. It's like they forgot how to make games in like the 20 years between the two.
I mean, a lot can happen in 20 years.
And a lot apparently did.
Yeah. Just not in the direction they would want.
But Ukulele 2, the second one, was way better. They gave up on the 3D thing and they turned it into more of a Donkey Kong Country type of game, and that one was great. So if you're gonna play Ukulele, play the Impossible Lair, the second one. It's much better.
Fair enough. Cynic says I can sort of play it on fiddle. That's cool. Not many people play the
You
fiddle.
should you should compete against the devil in a fiddle playing contest.
Well, that's
Not
not
talking about you.
that's not fair. Can you imagine playing on a fiddle made completely of gold? I mean, the weight alone, let alone the sound.
Futurama.
I think I heard that what's the guy's name? Charlie Daniels is the guy who wrote that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was actually really pissed off with Guitar Hero because he didn't realize that you could lose the boss battle against the devil, and like the devil went down to Georgia was like the song that you were competing against the devil on, and it's like because he's very religious, he was like, "Oh my god, this is terrible! Like, this is disgusting. What are you doing with my song?" Like, well, you signed the release, and you signed giving them the rights
Yeah.
to
What do you care anymore?
use it.
Yeah. Yell at the person for sucking.
Oh. Yeah.
Which to be completely honest, would have been me. But
Yeah. Have you tried telling the player to get good?
Yeah, well, that's exactly the correct course of action. But it was a tough boss fight.
Oh yeah.
If you played it on like a reasonable difficulty, like if you're playing it on hard or even medium, it was pretty tough. Put it on easy, then obviously you're gonna win. But
Right.
easy's for pussies. So don't play Guitar Hero on easy.
Yeah. Don't play Guitar Hero on easy. Play it on normal, like regular gamer pussies.
Yeah, because the main problem with me is on easy they only use 3 notes,
Mm-hmm.
and like that, I wouldn't mind playing on easy if you still had all 5 notes, but they were just like further apart and you know, in easier arrangements.
Right.
By putting it on 3 notes, you don't even have to move your hand to play the friggin' songs. It's like pointlessly easy.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I did a lot of times where I would play. Like, don't get me wrong, I would I would normally play the medium difficulty, but there was a lot of times where I would play the easy difficulty just because, like I said before, I don't have the attention span to practice and stretch the ligaments in my fingers enough so where my pinkies don't
Yeah.
move, the one next to them doesn't move.
Well,
So like I didn't have that problem very often, if at all, when I played on medium, of course. But like I just didn't want to
yeah.
move my hand. I was that lazy. So yeah, I'll admit I was the pussy who, when I was playing solo, I would just do that.
I
Shame me
gotta,
for it. I deserve it. That's fair.
I gotta look up a song because that just reminded me because one of my Facebook memories popped up. My youngest got life flighted to a hospital in Kalispell because he had a severe ketoacidosis,
Okay.
Ooh.
and his blood sugar spiked to 1098, which it's bad.
Mhm.
Well, we'll just leave it at
That sounds like
that.
something, that sounds like something that should be a running gag on Clippers United.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, it was.
Well, I mean, with Will, but yeah, but yeah, his blood sugar like shot up to near comatose levels,
Oof.
and when we got back, because it was such a thing, because he loved the song "Float" by Flog and Molly,
Right.
and so
Okay.
I looked up the chords for it, and I'm trying to remember which chord it was, but you mentioned flexibility in your hand.
Mhm.
Oh my God, A minor 6.
Oh.
You have your first finger is on the first fret. Your pinky is all the way to the 4th fret.
Yeah, I would struggle with that. I'd be able to
And I'm
do it,
like,
but not for very long and not very much. I would
oh
be
yeah,
slow
no,
on that too.
I'm just like, I'm like, and the only thing I was thinking, I'm like, motherfucker, you better live through this, or I'm not going to be able to do this for you. Like, but yeah, the A minor 6
Oh gosh.
is that one's killer.
But going back to easy mode on Guitar Hero 6 actually incentivized me to play on easy at least a little bit because they're not like they're more like challenges. It'd be like you have to, you hit 100. What are they called? Hop-ons or something. Anyway,
Right.
the ones where you don't have to strum,
Yeah.
and there'd be like challenges like hit 100 of those, and you could play it on easy, and obviously the challenge is then hit those notes, not just play the song. And so, yeah, it gave you something to do rather than just mindlessly hit the notes. It's like, okay, I've got to hit these, and like this is the thing I'm focusing on, and that made easy mode a bit more interesting because it gave you a bit more of a purpose. But once once you're good enough at the game to play on medium, I found it really hard to go back to easy unless I was doing that.
Fair enough.
You you should learn the Halo theme on the fiddle.
I don't know,
I will
man.
not be doing that. I don't know who he was.
I'm
think it's
thinking it was
Memphis.
probably towards Cynic who mentioned being
Yeah.
able to play the fiddle, but
But why the Halo theme of all things?
maybe he likes the sound of it. He thinks other people would
I,
enjoy it
I,
too.
The sound of music.
I've never played Halo, so I don't know what the theme sounds like. But
I mean, it's a decent enough theme, but I wouldn't play it for very long personally. That's just me.
The only
Okay.
thing I remember about Halo is
It's basically
my
just a ambient background music.
I took
No.
my we had a place here that opened up that had like where you could play over the internet,
Mm-hmm.
and so he had like I think it was like four or five of his friends come with him, and we all signed up. You know, they set you up with an Xbox and your own little like Ethernet thing.
Okay.
They so you can get your own little server, and it turned into a game of how many times can they run over my friend's dad. And so yeah, it was literally like me just running for my life, and they're just running me down just to hit me with a tank.
And coming to a Christmas near you, it's Johnny Got Run Over by My Friends, starring the Little Hellions.
It's, Cynic says, can't play fiddle for shit, my hands shave too much. Like, he corrected himself later, he meant shave.
Oh,
But I
yes.
just like the idea that his whole problem was he was trying to shave while he was playing. And
Right.
that's
Because I
why-
like to multitask.
I mean, if you could be one thing, you should be efficient.
Yeah. It's just efficient use of time. You
Exactly.
do two things at once and you've got more time to yourself.
Right? You got more time to waste doing absolutely nothing except watching us nightly.
Yeah.
And maybe even hitting the like button. Possibly even sharing it out to your friends. I don't know. That might be a bit extreme. I might be going too far on that one. But, it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. Was that subtle enough?
And yeah, I would even say make a second account and share it on that one too. Just really spread the message out.
Mm.
Ah,
What's up?
What?
Twitter being Twitter.
That just
don't-
narrows it down so much. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that so much. Now I know exactly what you were awing about. Oh man, the mystery has been
I don't
solved.
think you want me to share this.
Well then that's all you need to say. I mean, leaving it up in the air like that, of course I'm gonna be curious. God damn it, think, man.
All right, if you're that curious.
I never said I was up. You Campbell's right. You don't listen.
Oh no, I listen.
Oh yeah, it's
No.
selective hearing, is it?
Yes.
He can listen. He can't read. You got to get your
Oh no,
string
I
work
can
correct.
read. I just don't.
Yeah, that's what someone who can't read and wouldn't want to admit it would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Come
I mean,
on.
that's why I did the stream, and I think I did pretty good with a couple of slip-ups.
Just like I'm sure Della would claim that he can be a crewmate. He's not always the imposter, but that's something that the imposter would say.
Right? And you can
Speaking of, we really
and
need
you
to
can
get one of
fact
those.
check that by going back and watching me see that when I'm the imposter. And yes, Johnny, I agree. I've been thinking that too lately. We need to play a game of some time.
I mean, I think we should try the goose
The
duck
goose
one
duck one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried that.
because it sounds like it's basically the same game as Among Us, except it adds in the roles from Town of Salem. So it's kind of like mixing both, and
Mm-hmm.
it might end up being overcomplicated, but I think it'd be fun to at least give it a try once or twice and see how the game flows. It might end up being better than Among Us.
I'm just looking forward to seeing how many Canada Goose jokes I can make out of it.
Yes. Well, the I believe the ducks are the imposters, and so you if you're a Canada Goose, then whoever kills you has to automatically confess. There's like they have to they have to report the body. They don't have to admit that they killed you. They have to report the body instantly if they kill the Canadian goose.
Fuck. That's nerfed. Fuck, the only thing scarier than a Canada goose is Canada moose.
But, one of the things I think is pretty funny is one of the roles eats the corpses, so that just hides the evidence. So if you don't get caught, obviously they can see you eating the corpse.
Right.
If you don't get caught, then there's no evidence that the person was killed at all.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, and there's also one of the geese has a role where he can stand over a dead body for 3 seconds and find out what the role, the job of that corpse was. So if you see someone standing over a corpse, they can say, no, I'm the mortician. I was just trying to determine what job he was before you came and ruined it all by reporting, and now I'll never know.
Right. Okay, I like that. That adds a bit of challenge to it. I can't wait.
Yeah, I really like the sound of it. It sounds like everything that was good about Among Us has been sort of amplified in the Goose Duck one.
Yeah, this is the kind of shit I wanted to try. Some of the kind of shit I wanted to try out was modded Among Us. So yeah, that works out even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since I kept on getting banned for playing the regular Among Us.
Well, whose fault was that?
Not mine.
Want to try again?
Banned me for cheating, and I was never cheating.
You were not cheating.
In-depth roles, that's the one. Yeah. There's so many different roles in this game. It's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And the equivalent of the Joker is the Dodo, where you're trying to get voted out, and you win if they vote you out.
Nice. I like that. The Dodo. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. The Vulture is the one that eats the corpses.
That makes sense.
I think is it Falcon. You can kill any player without consequence. Ooh. Yeah. So the Falcon can kill anyone, and if he's the last player surviving, then he wins. He's technically classified as a duck because he's a murderer, but he's on his own. There's one. It's sort of like a police officer thing where he can kill anyone, but if he kills a good guy, he feels so guilty he commits suicide.
Okay.
So it's just he can kill anyone on sight, but if it's not a duck, he sacrifices himself too. What else is there? Other good ones? There's the assassin, where you have to guess what role someone else has. If you guess correctly, they just die.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Mortician is the one that can just stand suspiciously over the corpse. And oh, no, I wanted to see what role he had.
Yeah, well, we'll have to figure out a day where we could all try it.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. There's the Silencer Duck, where if you get caught killing, you can actually mute another player so that in the meeting they can't say anything.
Oh, that is hilarious.
I mean, they'll probably say something next meeting.
Unless you get
around.
to them first.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It gives you that, because it gives you a chance to save yourself from making a mistake if you get caught by someone. But it also gives you the challenge of you got to get them before they have a chance to say anything next round.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, what's to stop them from pulling an emergency meeting? So you got like a 10-second window, and hopefully no one fucking sticks around in that window to see you do it.
Well, and this is a good one. The professional, if he kills someone, the corpse is invisible.
Oh.
But like, if someone walks into the corpse, they will automatically report it.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't actually see it, so.
So they
It's
kind
not
of have to trip over it to find it? Or to
Yeah,
report it?
basically, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a real thing. It just says, "Party duck. You give other players a high-pitched voice during meetings."
That's I want to try that. Imagine.
And I think it's still free.
Imagine someone sounding like they're on helium.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally saw so and so. They stabbed what's her nuts, and it was totally them. It was totally them. You gotta believe me, guys. You gotta believe me.
You're sounding
But the
kind of
snag
sus
is-
over there.
No, but the snag is it's everyone except the party duck. Sounds like they're on helium. So the party duck talks normally and kind of outs themselves as a duck, unless they just stay silent.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
So I don't know. I mean, I can see the comedy in it. Everyone's talking about
Yeah.
this one person.
I just don't like
But
the
yeah,
idea of
I-
being left out is all.
I suppose the other thing is if you're suspiciously quiet all the time, people are going to be like, "Why aren't you talking?" So yeah.
Oh, so that means someone like me will have to actually talk.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like he said, you'd also be the only one without the high-pitched voice too, so you'd also be
Yeah.
outing yourself regardless, which is
Yeah.
where the challenge comes in.
So you could
It's,
probably just be like talking like this, and then
Right? Or someone has a
But,
voice changer.
all the roles are optional. So if there's one that you think is like, "Well, this just ruins the game," you can just make sure you can turn it off in the settings and make sure that never gets assigned to anyone.
oh,
That's cool. Jinx.